you got younger cats like AR.
Young Shot.
And then I would even say that, and you would probably agree that Larry June is part of that.
Yeah, he's from the branch. I say he's one of the branches off the tree. You know what I mean? Even though he created his own, he went out, but he came and got help just through his pops. You know, and being that Harbor affiliation, us being from Harbor Road, and then me and his daddy being childhood friends. We've been friends since we was like 2 years old. You know what I mean? So, yeah, June is definitely part of the, that RBL, what I say, tree.
Yeah,
or
the family
most
tree.
Most definitely.
Larry June's style definitely is like, it's almost like an updated, I mean, it's original, but there's certain beats and certain styles on there.
I say it's called sort of like my first flow on, like my first album is my flow from my first album mixed with Mac Dre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's
his own original.
Yeah.
You had told me once that, I mean, because you had got him on your record when he still calling himself Young June.
Right, yeah. Back in like 05,
70s baby?
70s baby, yeah.
And you had said that you felt like, or he had told you that sound kind of influenced some of the stuff he was doing.
Right, exactly.
Like samples, old soul samples.
Exactly. Yeah, June definitely. I'm happy he switched up though, because he was sounding like a little young T.I. back then.
Yeah.
And I think this sound now is just more him. You know, he was a fan of T.I., that trap music T.I. You know what I mean? He was spitting though. Don't get me wrong. He was still on the same stuff. He wasn't really talking about the little pimping stuff and all that, but he was more talking about just pushing packs and doing his thing. But his flow was strictly Atlanta. It was T.I. to the heart.
Sure.
And he ended up leaving off and going to Miami. Start doing his little pimp thing and hanging with OG Mako and them, and man, he came back with that slow flow. His pops didn't like it, but I liked it. I was like, man, this Dixie, man, he kind of sound like y'all on the first album and all that. I was like, I like it, and it worked for him. He got a shot.
Yeah, it's dope to keep that evolution going.
Yeah.
The Herm intros that he does on his album too.
Exactly.
Thing that reminds me of y'all.
Of course.
And I mean, it's no question that you and RBL like influenced the Bay Area, influenced San Francisco, influenced hip hop. Period. Mm-hmm. I kind of feel like I'm in between the OGs and the youngsters in terms of my age group. But one thing that like I feel like some of the youngsters don't have in common is like really repping the city tough.
Right.
Like we love everything about Frisco.
Love Frisco.
I wear that's damn near the only hat I wear. It's gotta have something to do with Frisco.
Me
you know
too.
What I'm saying?
Me too.
Whether it's the sports teams or like movies or like certain people, like we represent Frisco. I feel like nowadays a lot of the younger cats more so represent their hood, or not even their hood,
crew,
their clique, their block.
Yeah.
Like this is not love for the whole city
at all.
It's not the same type of unity that we was talking about earlier, where Cougnut and RBL and JT was all mobbing together, and I feel like that's kind of a loss, because when y'all was doing it, when Frisco was together as one, everybody saw that.
Exactly.
So they know, like, oh yeah, Frisco, that's 11-5, that's RBL, that's you know what I'm saying. And now it's just kind of like every man for himself.
Man. Yeah, it's every man for himself. And we was always Frisco first, then Hunters Point, then it comes to Harbor Road. Right. You know what I mean? But nah, it's different now. Like you say, it's everybody represent their little cliques, they crews, and it's just all over the place, and they sounding like other rappers,
other regions,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just different. It ain't that same unique style. You knew Oakland rappers back then. You knew Frisco rappers. And our style was different. Our production was different.
Like I said, that Black C Selsky style is like uniquely
TC too.
San Francisco. TC,
yeah, TC had style too.
JT on the beats too as well.
Exactly. It's different.
But there are a lot of dope cats out there. It's just a lot. It's almost too many to keep track of in the city.
Oh, you talking about
right
the city? Oh, the city got some heat. No, we got heat. It's just like you said, it's too many, because you start naming them. There's always one that get mad that you didn't mention them. So I got, I don't even do it no more.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna ask you that.
Yeah, do not, because I done did it a couple times with a few interviews. Hey, man, such and such got kind of mad because you didn't mention it. I'm like, I forgot all about him.
Hey man, you gotta make your own lane, bro. That's how I feel. I think the game has changed. If that's the way it is in the city now, then that's the way it is. Everybody got their own thing going on. You could be the biggest dude ever, and there's still gonna be plenty of people that never even heard of you or don't rock with your music.
Yeah, it's too much now. It's too many options now. So I'm blessed to come from the era I did, where I got my fans that grew with me and they locked and loaded in. You know, I could still move merchandise and go do shows.
But you also stay consistent, man. Like you've been doing this for like 30 years, bro.
30 years, and I've been blessed to lose two members and still get booked and still people buy the merchandise, because it'd be hard. I see groups who they split up or they ain't together, and it's like they don't know what to do. You know what I mean? It get hard.
Yeah.
And I've been just keeping that torch lit ever since the day Mr. C passed. I've been just coming with the new things just to kind of reinvent us and just keep us relevant.
You're accessible. You jumped on my Fog Mode remix with Nicotina.
Yeah, definitely stay accessible.
Not hard to find
at all.
I feel like the Latin community loves RBL Posse.
Love us to death. That's why we surviving right now to this day.
Lowrider shows all over.
We got one this Sunday. Like, we'll be in Merced this Sunday, man. For the lowrider, the girls are lowriding, man.
That's
for
big,
sure.
Man.
Yeah, man.
And you've dropped a few solos. You just recently dropped the Black Caesar, which I thought that was honestly, that might be your best solo album, in my opinion, bro.
To me too. It's my best work. Behind that is the last album, Ruthless by Law. Still ruthless, but this was my best work lyrically, production-wise, everything, man. And it just made me step my game up. I'm 4 or 5 songs into my new one I'm working on now. So
I was gonna ask, man. I want to see you keep going.
Oh
bro.
yeah, we working right now, man. So yeah, I'm trying to. I'm gonna put out one more little body of work, and then I'm going to EPs. I'm doing a lot of EPs with producers. I got working on one with DJ Fresh.
Dope.
Right now, I'm working on one with Herminator.
Dope.
I'm finna get with Foley and them and get some of Larry June producers. I'm finna hopefully get my boy KD Slaps. We finna put something together.
Dope.
I got a bunch of work from him. So DJ Idea. So it's a few that I'm trying to get with, and man who contributed to this album, who I'm finna spin off and do excuse me EPs.
Yeah.
Hit them with 6 songs.
You can pump music out nowadays, man.
Yeah, nonstop.
And I want to see you keep going, because I think when younger cats put limits on OGs, you don't understand you're putting a limit on yourself.
Real talk.
If I put a limit on you and say, "Oh man, you too old to keep mashing," that means by the time I'm your age, I gotta lay it down too. You know what I'm saying?
That don't bother me.
I feel like I'll rap until I die, personally.
Man, and especially when you can out-rap some of these youngsters. Like, man, what are you talking about? The age ain't got nothing to do with it. Let's get on this. Let's go bar for bar on one of these beats, and let's see who. Matter of fact, once you get a beat and I get the same beat, let's see who make the best song. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Let's see who can make the best body of work. You know what I mean? Put out a nice album. That's all that matter, man. All this, they too old. This music for everybody, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And the generations are growing, and people are growing with the music. And I got a lot of youngsters tapping in with the history stuff, with my music.
Exactly.
I know it's gonna be a lot of younger cats watching this, soaking it up. So, man, I feel like the sky's the limit, bro. And I'm glad that RBL Posse is still in effect. Glad that Black Sea is out here still smashing, bro.
Ain't stopping.